creating a logistical nightmare for local districts and putting into question the quality of education our children are getting. But the bigger concern is why we're seeing fewer qualified people stepping up to the plate in a pinch.
Day-to-day classroom staffing more complex these days at Middleburg Heights Junior High School as the number of substitute teachers is dropping dramatically.
Well, I've definitely noticed the shortage over the last several years.
Principal Paul Kish often uses other teachers in the building to fill the void when he can't get outside help.
I think it's taking time away from their prep and their planning and having an impact on that responsibility.
And when that stopgap measure doesn't work,
as principal, I've had to cover classes when we don't have a substitute. Assistant principals have had to cover classes.
When they do get subs in the classroom, Kish says some of them lack important education experience.
They're not necessarily certified in the curricular area that they're covering.
That is really an indication of the problem of a shortage of new teachers.
Karen Kay is the Dean of Education at Baldwin Wallace University.
All of us want qualified teachers for our children.
Kay is sounding the alarm.
We're worried that there won't be qualified people.
That's because the number of students majoring in education has dropped 30% nationwide between 2011 and 2014. The number is even higher here in Ohio.
That's a very dramatic drop in a very short amount of time.
As for why we're seeing it, Kay says it boils down to the changing landscape in education.
Students with disabilities, students whose language is not English, students who are poor.
All of it taking a toll on teachers, whose pay is now tied to those students succeeding in standardized tests.
Simply feeling stressed, feeling pressured, sometimes unappreciated.
And it's those struggles giving up-and-coming educators second thoughts.
Young people are being discouraged from the career, either from what they've heard or seen, and they're not sure they want to do it.
Shockingly, sometimes those saying steer clear are these students' teachers themselves.
Instead of feeling complimented when their young people say, I would like to be a teacher, are saying, I wouldn't go into it again if I were going to start over, and I wouldn't recommend it.
Now, with enrollment at BW School of Education down 35%, the university, like so many others across the country, are fighting back. Tonight at 6, what they're doing to get more young people into the profession, and we'll see if their plan will turn the tide before it's too late. In the studio tonight, Mike Brookbank at News 5.